going to go down here, man, except for fun shit. So,
And here we go.
all right. So it's going to take us, let's see, I'm going to have to put the chat up here in a minute. Dad Random and Kai, and we are basically at the no fly zone alternative stream. All right. So there we go. I can hear myself twice. That's good. So that's working. And what we're doing is we're trading off today. And that allows me to go outside and just be a little bit free to like chill. And Kai can do all the tough work. He can do all the heavy lifting, while I just enjoy the no fly zone.
Heavy lifting. I've already been to the bathroom. There's no more heavy lifting required around here.
Oh man, this is so nice. I've got a bag of chips for Steve right here. So Steve is going to
make an appearance.
Well, he is making an appearance right now. He's like,
yeah, he's already there. I see him.
Yeah, he's right here. He's like, Dad, he's gonna belly up to the bar here. So, but my Ducks Unlimited name tag is basically down. That's actually a name tag I put on there. I don't know when I put that on there, but I'll just leave it there. I could change it, but that would be annoying. Right, Steve? All right, I won't do that. That's pretty annoying and loud.
So who do we have in the chat with us? Sunrise Water Media. Hello. Welch.
All right, cool. All right, let's hope we get the whole crowd in, Hope we get the whole crowd. We'll get the whole crowd over for. Let's see. There's my. Let's see comments. There we go. We got the comment. That's the only thing that sucks about this is if I want to look at comments on the phone. But that's why I've got to get this puppy up here. I've got to usually when there's a live stream on a Thursday, you'll usually come up in my subscriptions. Let's see, page unresponsive. Holy crap! That better not. Hopefully we don't get that crap going on. That's okay. Like I said, you're doing all the heavy lifting.
Everything seems to be working on my end.
Yeah, no, we're good. No, I'm just looking at my computer. My ancient, dilapidated computer system here that doesn't want to work because it's been sitting outside all summer. Is
that the one where you have to go out and shovel coals in the morning, get it to warm up?
Right. I'm warming it up right now with the shovel.
Top off the water and all that.
What's weird is it's Thursday, and I'm just like, this is awesome out here, by the way. The weather is like absolutely, there's like no clouds. There's some beautiful clouds, actually. It's like that kind of clouds. Look at that, puffy. Now, we actually have a storm coming in, so I get to drive in that tomorrow. So we decided to move up the stream to Thursday, and then Kai will basically host it every other week. That's pretty good there. And then I can come out here and be free with the no-fly zone. But it's Thursday. It sucks because, surveys. Yeah. I've got to think about tomorrow,
Yeah, no pickles. Yeah, we need to work on the time.
But there we go. We got something going on over here. It says I've got some internet access. Whatever. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, I'm not too worried about it. There we go. DJI Mini 2 official unboxing. That showed up. All right, so we got the channel showing up. I just got to get the live page showing up. Now I actually have my screensavers on here in Chromecast.
All we see is the reflection on the.
Yeah, all you're going to see is reflections anyway. So that's good too. The reflection is better actually than the picture on the TV because the reflection is just as pretty. So actually, that reflection, I'm going to be sitting down in just a minute and chilling. I'm gonna sit down and put my feet up, and I'm gonna have a little bit of. I might have one. I think I can have one on Thursday. Isn't Thursday okay? Isn't it okay?
I don't know. Aren't you the 3-beer sailor? So, drink one, spill one, leave one.
That's right. Let's see. Come on here. Why is that thing not? It's just stupid. It's not stupid. It's doing what it's supposed to do, which is nothing.
Oh, it's
Anyway,
your
that's what happens. That's what happens when you don't start a computer up for 4 weeks. Actually, it might have got this actually might have gotten trouble when my wife's birthday. I'm not going to say which one happened. Um, Here, I'm gonna.
and they all ended up in the pool.
And when everybody ended up in the swimming pool, that I think there's a possibility that somebody dumped something on this one, which probably could have happened. I had it just sitting out, but there were some wild children here, adult children.
More possum in the house.
All right, the people are finding it. They're going to find us, but it's Thursday. Thursday with Chris and Kai at the no. This is the no-fly zone, and what I need to do is give them a graphic, so you can put up there so it has the dark but he's working on his own. He's working on his own studio back there. There we go. Now I look like I'm respectable. Got a little bit of a. That's my new hat right there. Everybody like that? I think I look like Lloyd, the grumpy blogger, when I have that on there. So I'm gonna take that off. That's no offense, Lloyd. There we go. Now we got some dad random attire.
Well, got a little bit of a camouflage.
I got a crazy duck freaking appeal going on right there. So here we go. Ducks Unlimited. All right. But yes, if you have not already
unlimited for duck hunters.
Look up what a Wascoe Wabbit. I don't have that hat. I don't have my Elma Fudd hat on. I would have the ear warmers coming down. Okay, we're going to my slower speed network here. But so how's your day today, Kai? How was a Thursday? How was the day before Friday? That's all I can think of is I don't know how people want to stream on Thursday. There's probably some logic behind it, but I really don't understand because it's not a fun day.
Well, this screws up my entire weekend. Normally it's Friday, we do a stream, and then it's off on the weekend, footloose, fancy free, and now it's like, and I got a whole day of training going on tomorrow at work too, so it's gonna be
training
day.
So who's training who? That's who's training whom, right?
All depends on what she wears, I guess.
Why the frick won't that? All right, let's just type in here. Let's go. It doesn't let me do anything, like type anything. I bet you it's like doing some kind of refresh or some crazy thing.
Well, if you would have gone out this morning and showed a coal like you were supposed to, and stoke the fire and keep the water topped off, they might have been working.
Oh, there's a truck just pop by. Remember, Steve gets all uptight if there's UPS, FedEx. But that was a part.
Everything sent by priority mail, so that goes out in the mailbox down the street, so the wife don't know that you getting another package.
No, I'm not getting any more packages. I'm telling you that right now. There's no more packages are showing up to my house. A lot of people go, "Oh, you just keep getting new stuff," and on and on and on. And no, I don't. I've reached my stuff limit, so I've got to use that stuff now and have a little fun, and that's what I've been doing. So, I have taken a short hiatus from FPV to deal with the DJI products that are out right now because they're hot. They're hot products and they're good. They're actually really good ones. So. But the thing is there's not a lot of mystery behind the Mavic Mini. I don't think there's any mystery behind it. I think DJI, yeah.
Have you done the new update yet with the Air 2? Oh, you don't have an Air 2 anymore.
Yeah,
they came out was an update on the firmware on the app today, not on the firmware on the app, where you can use the Air 2 controller, control the Mini 2, and vice versa, apparently.
Well, that would be fun if I could have 12 drones in my drone fleet. But that's you know, one of the things is they're trying to find uses for the, you know, the big controller, the expensive controllers, and they're, you know, I think that's kind of the.
I heard some theory about them possibly setting it up to where you can control several drones with the same controller. That way they don't have to ship a new one with every drone they send out.
That would save, well, it like the FPV, like the drone in a box concept.
Yeah.
I think that's actually a pretty intelligent way of going about it. I think there's going to be definitely a pinch in the economy coming. Guys, I'm not predicting. I am guaranteeing there is going to be a bigger pinch in the economy, and we have to all be ready for it. And I'm not talking about presidential pinches. I'm talking about COVID-related pinch, because as these, not to make any more discussion about COVID. We have enough discussions as it is, and hear enough in the news. But that's definitely going to put a dent in expendable cash. And I do think that there will be no matter how much we love drones, feeding it always takes precedence over drones. So I don't know. Some of us, it's actually a question that we have to make, that we have to actually think about. Whether we're going to eat or we're going to fly, but that's me. It's not, whether I want to feed my kids, so I do think that that's going to be an issue. And I do think they're trying to make it, they're going to also take advantage of the market. They're going to definitely take advantage of possibly a less strict market. We'll see.
And we got Dan Zilch in the house. I hope
Dan's in the house. Dan, I am here. Let me make my picture bigger. Why don't I have? Let's see. You're in the show. Everyone can see you. That's great. Why can't I put the chat in there? Just trying to do this with my phone. Now everything's big and everything, but I can't get my.
Eat more possum. You had 53 subscribers. Now that ain't right. I'm at 47. Well,
what's wrong with you guys? You guys got to work harder, man. You got to earn those subscribers. You got to go get them. You got to fish.
Need to start doing some tech stuff.
Yeah, if you have not been added to Lone Star UAV's channel, please do that. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. But we're going to be sharing. I think it's nice to be able to have a little bit of freedom. So like if I get in a pinch and say I'm on the road or something like that, he can host it and I can do a live stream on the road or something like that. Because this time of year I'm definitely moving around a lot more. Like I said, I'm going to be gone, be taking off this weekend, and my dog will be watching the house. And all the other people that'll be watching it with him. Steve's a great guard dog. So. But that's, so I'll be gone and I'll be up in the snow. So driving north, there's supposed to be snowstorms. And here, it's, 60 degrees probably max today. 60 degrees and puffy clouds. Kind of like Texas, right?
No, we're at 78 degrees here right now.
So he's bragging.
I'm still on a t-shirt. You already had to break out the jacket, the old man jacket at that.
This is you like that. This is the the North Face.
Yeah,
guys, this is Costco. So everything I buy is cheap. So here we go. We got I don't even need to see, right? So I should just I should go glassesless, but all I'm going to do is squint now. Trying to see things here. I can go back here. Now I can see you guys perfect. So there it is right here. I can stand here. I just need to make the picture bigger. All right. Holy crap. Can I get the freaking chat or what? I am going to be pissed if I can't have a chat stream here because this thing has been a butthole. Come on here. I'm just trying to see here.
Should have took out the tablet.
I don't have a tablet.
Not yet.
I don't have a tablet. I'm not going to get a tablet. Maybe I'll get one for Christmas, my birthday or something. I don't know. Here we go. There it is. I can find it. There I am. There's the live stream. So weird seeing it come from a different channel. I got hijacked. Did anybody know that Dad Random's channel just got hijacked by Lone Star UAV? All right. Here, let's get that on there.
Yeah, we're kicking and screaming the entire way too.
There we go.
Almost had to use duct tape.
I think my computer finally got warm. I got the coal finally got to the point where the coals are nice and orange. You know, my pool pump is going right now. I've got a mind to go over there and shut that thing off. I don't know what it's doing. Actually, the heater was on too because during that party, somebody stupid, not me, turned the heater on. You know, for whatever reason. And there we go. Let me turn that audio off.
Well, they put it on so your cameras wouldn't get cold when I get dunked in the water.
There we go. Now I got a chat stream. Now we got my neighbor's selling his house right now, and I think he's checking to see if I'm going to behave. If I have a party over here, and he might not be able to sell his house. They're building two big like commercial properties that's right behind his house, and he has this beautiful view of the Red Mountain. Now he's going to have a beautiful basically view of Buckhurst's True Value. That was a big deal. Everybody was trying to sign a petition to, oh man, this and that, but it's an inside job here. There's no way that guy wasn't going to get his building permit, and at least the way he wanted it, because his family basically runs the city council. It's one of those. So of course they okayed it, but the guy across the street followed the rules. So we're going to have this really nice building across the street from some guy that got his building plan from I don't know 1985. So that's a little bit of town. That's a little bit of town politics. So now you know. But hopefully you guys are checking out that video I put up. I worked my butt off on that. I've been working on that sucker for.
You haven't been working your butt off. Somebody else been working their butt off hiking up that darn mountain for you.
Holy crap, man! That was. I filmed that yesterday.
You have a student looking for extra credit or something?
I filmed that yesterday, and then I got all those cool people that popped in. Friends that know my channel and stuff, which is kind of cool. Every once in a while, I'll be like in the grocery store. They're like, "Hey, Dad Random," and I'm like, I'll wave. One of the people that frequented my channel a while ago, hopefully he comes back. I think he thought I got a little too wild. I went FPV, and people just like, they're so particular, And if you're not doing everything they want, they're like, I'm going to go to another channel, But they'll watch freaking CNN, and they'll watch Fox News every day, and they'll watch stuff that, it's the same on every channel. They'll watch, and they'll, hey, guys, this is all real. This is live, and this is reality TV. This is like real stuff. There's no faking the Ducks Unlimited. I keep looking at that, and that's like totally perfect for. Maybe I should have called this place. I see I'm changing my content right now, changing my mind. I should have called this the Ducks Unlimited, the Ducks Unlimited playground. I don't know. There was a bunch of duck analogies earlier on. All right, there we go. There, I got the whole chat stream now. I can go through and start saying some stuff here.
I don't know that he's famous. More infamous is probably the better word there, Sunrise.
Dude, I'm famous. That's, I'm the most famous YouTuber with 4,000 subscribers. I'm way more famous than freaking Flight Path or Ready Set Drone or Ken Heron. Those guys just, they can't hold the freaking they can't hold the candle to what I do and all that I can produce and create. So I'm actually looking for them to try to keep up. And yes, I do have kind of a healthy personality, don't I? I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to admit that I'm better than everybody else. So
that's almost German of you.
guys, like, is he going to stop talking?
Oh no, I know you'll.
That's the look my wife gives. That's the white look my wife gives me.
Yeah,
so
that's
I got
duct tape.
So, guys, I know that if you tried to watch that video earlier, it still needs to render. Oh, Steve wants another chip. It still needs to render. I mean, that's how guys. That's how tight my schedule was today. It took 2 hours for that video to render because it was 4K. That's why nobody uses 4K, because it takes forever to basically upload. So, but it definitely the video. Steve, oh my gosh, he's such a pig, Steven. He's like, he wants another chip. And can you flip the videos? Can you? I don't know. Can you flip the pictures on the other side? Maybe Steve will show up. I just want to see, or hide my name. Hide the names. Hide the names. So Steve can get in. You can flip it back. All right, just hide the names. Yeah. I think you can hide the names. I can't remember how to do it, but you'll have to show me. So Steve can. Hi, Steve. Yeah, I can't. There we go. Hey, Dad Random, all right. No Fly Zone, and he's going solo today on another channel. Didn't think I could do that, did you?
I can edit your name.
Me and Steve are chilling, man. Right, here, I do this. What's this? So we gotta get Steve in. Steve is there. We go. Hey, Steve. These chips. Steve is saying hi. These chips they're sweet potatoes, so these are way good for dogs, and Steve knows that. So sweet potato chips from Costco, right, Steve? Woo! Steve will just keep doing this until the bag's gone.
You gonna start barking here in a little bit, or
no? Steve doesn't bark on command.
No, I'm not talking about Steve. I'm talking about you.
Oh, I'm gonna bark.
Yeah,
I should. He only spins for drones too, right? And chips. He'll spin for chips. All right, that's enough eating in your ears. They're so good. I had to have a couple. All right, Steve. But holiday drone choices. That's actually what we're actually planning on doing. See, that's enough. You've already had enough chips. So drones for the holidays. And everybody's like, well, dude, just get a mini. Guys, everybody can't afford a mini. Okay, so are there other choices? If you're an FPV flyer, there's a lot of like find and fly packages. Right now, the problem is the price is so high for the digital systems. It is priced out of the market a little bit. But if you're just looking for a quad, like once you've already invested in your goggles and once you've already invested in your controller and you have that sitting around, you're pretty much set. So if you wanted to piece it out, and now you can just buy new drones all the time. You just, every couple of months you can throw out, look for sales. Kai, what did you find?
It depends on who you're buying for too. I mean, you've got your average kit that's a gamer. You better off getting a FPV kit of some type rather than, if you have a kit that's more in photography, then you're looking at the mini too.
Right, and there's also a lot of toy choices out there. The toy drones are getting a little better. I'm so spoiled now because I've already gone through the toy phase, and to me the mini is a toy, but it's not for the price. It's not really a toy, but there are a ton of good starters. But the problem is those starter drones are already going to cost you $150 minimum. Unless you're flying a little toy. Now, if you're going to learn FPV, you have to. Those really, they're okay, but they don't teach you stick discipline. And I am finally able to go between FPV and digital GPS and FPV digital and GPS without having too much of a brain fart, because in between it's very different.
You wanna just get some for stick discipline. Look for like a Cyma X5C or
Yeah, I guess you see. This is my only problem with that is, there's a lot of people that are talking about that you need to learn to be able to visually fly in a small area. It is one of the most difficult things to do is to fly FPV without goggles on. I can't do it. I'm sure that a lot of those pilots are putting it in maybe angle mode when they're just flying with when they got the goggles off. I can't do that. Once I take the goggles off, the freaking drone goes. I lose my brain loses hand eye stick coordination. So that's a problem. So getting back to toy drones, they don't teach you that. They're just you're basically learning how to fly GPS. And even the ones that are not GPS, you're still. I guess you could buy a non-GPS toy.
That's why I'm saying you get that Cyma X5C. And hang on for a second. Let me grab that thing real quick.
Yeah. No, that's definitely was a popular. Yeah. If you're that thing is buzzing now. Dang it. Who's running the freaking air conditioner on that's a heat pump, but I'm ready to go turn that sucker off, man. It's making noise.
All right.
This was supposed to be peaceful out here. Somebody jacked up the freaking. There we go. Okay, Cyma X5C. Hold on, let me grab some really quick. This is the Diet Coke Thursday edition of Dad Random. There we go. So that's the X5C, the Cyma. What's one of those units costing right now? How much can you get a hold of those for?
You can buy a used one for about $25, $35.
So
it actually comes with a little camera that you can stick on your remote or something. I tore all that stuff up. I tore the legs off. I got some extra batteries for it, and I'll just fly it in the house.
Yeah, because you play
around with it in the house. Comes with a
right
controller.
It still has a spring-loaded left stick. Too bad they didn't make that non-spring loaded. I guess you could take the spring out and just learn to fly it without the spring. But there is a spring left to right, just not front to back.
So here's that. This is a
little trainer.
171 Predator.
Yeah, I've got a little tiny pocket drone about like that big that I can whip around pretty good. But once again, it's still not quite. It's just not quite the same. But if you have to, I'd say that would be a good option. I just don't want people to start purchasing $100 here, $150. Next thing you know, they've spent $300-400. They didn't even know it, and they could have bought something much more expensive and paid on time or something. So all right, I got to go through the chat here. Hold on, I got to say hi to some people. So Rob Welsh, I have not met Rob Welsh. Is in the house. Sunrise Water Media, definitely in the house. Thank you for popping in. Eat More Possum, of course, is in the house. Dan Zelch is in the house. Who else we got in here? So there's a lot of people. It's going to be hard. It's going to take a little bit of time to find this stream, as it first basically comes up in a different from a different icon or channel. So and that's okay. We're basically trying to grow, trying to help out Lone Star to get him to get more videos up, because eventually you've just got to put up quantity, and then work on improving that that quantity into simple good edits. Start small. Yeah, start small. Cut up your film. I'm if I can, I use as much as I can, but
I was a little late on my last video, but that was my first time flying that tight, and I just want to post a raw video, of one flight, so people get an actual idea what that thing is like flying it for the first time.
Right, and you got that Titan in a pretty good deal. You got that in a clearance sale, and that's another thing. People need to look for clearance. There's a lot of people selling their mini ones. I've done this. Oh, there we go. We got that buzzer off. I've actually flown the mini one in some pretty precarious places, and it'll do it, but it still has those. Unless you've replaced all the props, if you've gone to, the second set of props that they came out with, or at least the replacement props, because I'm a huge believer that yes, they shipped the first set, they got damaged in transit, they sat for a long time, they warped, and then by the time they got to the United States and in people's hands, they were all just messed up. And then we got the overspeed errors, we got the heating errors, we got strange glitches that created. I had lists of errors that were probably a page long on AirData. That's what I forgot to do for this last video. I didn't put my AirData up. I have AirData now all set up perfect, so I'm going to start adding that into my videos. So temperature and time and of course battery usage and conservation. So that kind of stuff, especially if I go long. It's time to go long or go home. It's almost that time. Maybe next week I might have a chance. I want the weather perfect. Like today would have been a perfect day to go long. Right out there. I would have come home from work, bam, jumped in my car, went out to the long range site. Would have been perfect today. The air is not moving at all. It is still. Right before a storm, I mean, it quite literally, the air is it's motionless. So.
Well, let's get back on the subject. So, other way to get started.
Good luck.
Little ready to fly kits.
Okay.
The Emax and what have you kits.
Who else puts out a ready to fly? Not just Emax.
Beta FPV.
Beta, yeah, they've got one isn't it a little bit less expensive? I'm not a huge fan of the little plastic, with the prop guards. I got better flying outside, and you can fly out even if it's, well, I guess, okay, if it's raining, you got rain now and you've got snow, you can still go outside when it stops snowing. And if you're flying a Tiny Hawk, which I suggest, because that's pretty much isn't a Tiny Hawk basically a 2-inch quad?
Yeah. Well, my recommendation would actually be Get FPV has a kit out that is a freestyle, Tiny Hawk 2 freestyle.
Right, freestyle, right.
Fat Shark Recon box goggles and that little Beta FPV light radio too. Right. It's like $280 for the kit.
Yeah, that's a good radio though. You're not.
That is somewhat future proof. It's somewhat future proof.
But that didn't sound. That was Sweet Home Alabama. That didn't sound like the stars at night are big and bright.
Oh, good Lord! Now he starts singing. You're cut off. No more boost for you.
Just only Diet Coke today.
That combination you can build on. You can. The radio is a FrSky radio, so you can use it for other FrSky quads. The goggles are analog goggles, so they're good for more than one quad. Because you got to watch it in those kits. I believe one that Beta FPV makes, you have on a Beiying protocol or something, Basically, you can only use the remote or the controller with that one particular quad, and after that, you're pretty much done.
Yeah, and definitely you want to have something that's got multi-use, and that's what you're kind of doing right now. You're going through that process of you're trying to. It's kind of like when you're, if say you're into the hobby, whether you're just starting or you've, you don't have a lot of confidence. You have to kind of have a little bit of a plan so you're not spending just too much. You don't want to spend too much money, and most of us that are on channels and what's coming. That have flown a while, we've spent way too much money. We learned the hard way, which is, we bought this piece of crap and we kept fixing it. But on the other hand, as we were fixing these and learning it, we were learning about how they flew. We were learning about how you can solder. We were learning about plastics, different types of plastics that these things are made of, high impact or the cheap plastic, like the SEMA X5C. Every time that crashes, it will break. But they make bodies for them. We're talking like big crashes. You can buy the whole body, take the guts out, throw it in another body shell. I actually did that with my X16. Or excuse me, it was my X16, and then I bought the X21. The X21 and X16 are basically a Phantom look-alike. I've showed you that here. Let me go grab it really quick while Kai's there checking out he's checking his phone right there, looking for his girlfriend's number. Let me check here.
Well, no, I'm going to say hi to Bob Casey.
Say hi to Bob. Yeah, we got a new guy in the house, right?
Yeah,
he's checking his the chat. Yeah, I've pulled this one out quite a few times. This is actually a really fun learning quad. You can put big replaceable batteries in it. You don't have to. Actually, what I need to do is I need to modify these connectors and put XT60 connectors on them. Then I can just throw pretty much any FPV. I should throw a 4S battery in here. Frick yeah, that'd be cool.
Oh yeah, do that, and then make sure you get the camera on it when you fire it up, because I want to see that smoke coming out of that.
Now this is the battery it basically flies with. This is a 3S 1100. But these things, if you can, I can find 3S. This is, but what they do is they proprietize these by these connectors. Just cut the connectors off, and then put on a standard connector, an XT60 male and female, and then here you go.
Then you can. Well, time to say goodnight to Welch Ropp. He's got to go. It's almost midnight for him.
Hey, Welch Ropp, hey, thanks for popping in. We know it's late where you're at. We know it's really late. So I wonder if this would fire up if I plugged it in. Let's check.
Oh, good Lord.
Look at Steve. Steve heard it. Steve wants to eat it. He's heard this one a lot, so
he probably should eat it and take it out of misery.
Yeah, as soon as this thing goes off, he kept running. He knows the sound of this. This is the high pitched sound. But look at these props on this sucker. These things are huge. Now these are standard Phantom props. They've just been aftermarketed and just so you can, and then they'll twist off. These are twist off props. So you just hold on to just grab the motor and I don't even know how to twist it off. They do come off, but they're cheap. You can replace them, and but yeah, this of course this camera actually has a SD card in it. So, and you could put a different camera on it. You could find a nicer camera, but it really doesn't matter. This one's one that's also it's 2.8 gigahertz and goes to your phone.
Isn't that the camera that you try to put on your Mr. Crop?
No, those were two different ones. Those were two other cheap crappy cameras. This one is okay. You get that video, but this is only 720. I don't know. It's not even HD. I don't even think it's 720 because it's coming onto your phone. But this thing flies like a bat out of hell.
I have a name for it. We're going to call that thing Rex.
Rex. This is this was my antenna mod.
It's a dinosaur and should be extinct by now.
This is my antenna mod that I don't know if it still works. I don't even know if it's still connected. But yep. Yeah, it still works. It's lit up, so I could literally fly this right now. So the battery's been anyway, this is actually the second body. I replaced this entire body. So just one of those ones that I keep around. Somebody told me that they're actually during like Father's Day, those are sought after, and people are actually looking for them. These older ones, because of the modification issues. These are big old motors too. These are not small. I can't see the number. I'd have to look at. I believe they're the same size motors that's on the Phantom. They just basically copied as much as they could. I think we should put a new flight controller on this, an FPV controller. Wouldn't that be fun? FPV flight controller on the X-21, just flip it.
Like those are brushed motors with a gearbox. No,
they're not brushed motors. They are brushless for sure. That's fake down there. That's not a gearbox. That's a. If you look inside there.
Okay.
Yeah. So. No, it's smooth. When this puppy lights up, it's got a lot of power. It'll fly for about 8-9 minutes. It's very light.
Now be careful what you say. Ray Kelly just popped in.
Oh boy,
here.
Ray Kelly's in the house. Hey, I'm looking down there. So thanks. So let's see, Bob. Let's see, Welsh Bob. What does that mean? If he's Welsh Bob, that means he's from northern UK? Is that Welsh up there? I'm just guessing. So Ray Kelly's in the house. Hey, thanks for popping in. We're just we're pumping up and promoting Lone Star UAV, and we're allowing him to take over the stream for here and there. We're going to let him just take it over and run the sucker like it's his own. He will have to learn how to ask tough questions, host questions.
Tough questions?
Yeah.
No, I'll start out with a real tough one.
Okay.
What happened to your pickles?
Pickles are like they were so highly sought after people saw me eating them. They literally cleaned the whole place out of pickles. Now they do have a Christmas version. Old Smoky has what they call eggnog. So they have an eggnog version of a moonshine eggnog. It is so good, and it's like really hard to get. So
I got a pretty good eggnog recipe myself. You take a little Southern Comfort and a little rum, mix it 1-to-1, and just top that off with a little eggnog. Don't get too carried away with the eggnog now.
It's time for me to relax. I'm getting a little bit. It's been a long day at work, so that's what I like about the no-fly zone. I can just sit down and chill.
Let's go.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. I don't need this coat either. It's sunny out right now. The sun's. I see that. Feel the sun hit me. There we go. Right there. Feel that? There we go. Thanks, Kai, for taking the stream over today. So I can chill. Here, I guess I can put this right here. All right, you guys can watch me take a nap.
If you start snoring, I'm going to cut you off.
Oh boy, I'm probably going to get too far away from.
There you go. We'll enjoy the silence for a minute.
Did he cut me off? Is he cutting off my sound? See, that's what you can as the host.
I told you when you start snoring, I'm going to cut you off.
All right, I'll just hold it.
You like my shirt here?
Oh yeah, I see that. I see that it's not a Dad Random shirt.
Well, I haven't been sent one yet, so.
I gotta figure out a Christmas design. Something with elves hanging from from maybe the Mini. I don't know. Some elves going.
Good Lord, an ugly dad.
Elf on a shelf. Elf on a Mini. We're gonna call it Elf on a Mini, or Elf on a Quad. That would be a cool one. A freaking quad just going and an elf going like its freaking face is in a like a 9G turn. One of those things. That would be funny. That would be a good shirt.
I feel another opportunity coming on here for Sunrise Water Media for some special emojis.
Yes, the emoji that he's working on right now. So Lone Star UAV is getting Kai is getting an emoji specially made by Sunshine Water Media. So
getting a logo made.
No, I think he's got some really good prototypes. I've seen them all, and they're all really creative. He's really a super creative dude. So it should be pretty interesting what one Kai chooses. Kai's going to choose the one that's closest to the one he already has. That's my guess. Oh, and then he's like, "What? There's like because they can animate it. It's kind of like it's kind of like PD, you know." When he made his, now he's got a freaking screaming eagle going. Arr! So I was trying to get him to do a bird of some kind. Maybe Ken Heron's pigeon jerky.
You're on the wrong show for the bird thing. You got to wait for Ken to come on in an hour and a half to his bird thing.
Yes, he is the man, I guess.
He's the bird man.
He's the bird man.
The Birdman of Alcatraz.
Well, Kelly doesn't have any competition, man. He'll have to. I don't know how he's going to get people over to his stream without me freaking going before. I'll be on the road. Maybe I should do a pre-stream, and I'll be on the road up north, in a snowstorm, going, hey, you know, I could start it with the Osmo Pocket. Okay, I could do that. Maybe the Pocket. I see the Pocket too. But I could do a stream at a gas station, maybe. As I'm urinating,
that'll be streaming from the gas station restroom. Oh Lord!
Picking up, having a freaking donut. Guys, I just washed my hands. No corona here. I don't know if I'd go in a restroom right now. I'm going into the heart of the beast this week, and I'm because I'm in an area where there's just no. I mean, we got corona, but corona would have to literally go through, you know, through like hell and high water to get to me because I'm hiding, you know. But up in Salt Lake, you could get it from anything. You could touch, you know, I could touch this pole in Salt Lake, and now I've got corona. I could just lean up against, I'm Steve.
You have a better chance of catching corona at work than you're on the road.
Steve's coming up to sit with me. That was nice of him. He appreciates. I think he just wants more chips. What time is it, Steve? Yeah. It's not. It's almost his dinner time. His dinner time's in 10 minutes, but he's going to wait. He knows on live stream days, he's supposed to wait until 5:30. So, right, Steve? I can feed you. We could feed Steve, right? Right? We could feed you. Yeah, we could do that. You could actually watch me feed Steve. There you go. On the live stream. So, because he gets special food. Right, Steve?
Okay, Bob Casey, where are you at? Where are they shutting the schools down?
They're not shutting our schools down, but they're shutting them down. They're shutting them down up north.
Oh, Bob Casey just popped in here.
Yeah. We're not going to shut down ever. Hey, there we go. Hold on, let me get that. Yeah, that's so. Hey, Kai, I forget about that. Yeah, put some. If you could put up some. There we go. There we go. Whoa, wait a second. I'm gone. There we go. I'm back. Don't touch anything. Holy crap.
Too much technology for you.
Well, I've got. Oh, there we go. I got the stream header up there. It says, "Are they closing the schools?" Well, they are closing Shoot Your Money, going virtual in a hotbed. Yeah. they're not. There's no plans for us. We got an email out just recently. It said that we're staying at it. We're going to be staying busy and working all the way through into Thanksgiving, into the holidays. So no changes for us yet. I think they're going to use the holiday as kind of that, that first week of seeing if it, if we get a change, and then maybe feel it out after. I'm hoping we don't go virtual because the kids can't do virtual. They can't. They can, but they can't.
Wow.
It takes discipline, and you got to understand they're high school kids. They don't have discipline. About 40% of them have discipline. The rest of the 60% have no discipline. They'll just go get extra hours at their job, assuming they can work, assuming they do have a job. So, right, guys, if you have not thumbed up the stream and you have not basically joined Kai's channel over there, please do that. But yeah, it says, I guess there's low crime in your area because you leave your TV out like that. Well, they could steal it while I'm gone, but Steve will bite them in the. Okay, won't you, Steve? I wouldn't come near this place if you didn't know Steve, right, Steve? Steve looks friendly. Don't bring chips. Okay. He's biting me. You see this behavior?
Yeah. He's trying to tell you.
That is the feed me behavior. He gets his teeth and he pinches you. Right, Steve? Now he's sitting on me. He literally takes his butt and he sits on you. Oh man, he's funny. Right, Steve? He's such a good bub. He's such a good dog.
Just wait till he sticks his ass in your face.
Oh, he usually sticks his butt on my foot, or yeah, he doesn't mess around when it's time to eat. You understand, a neutered dog, they only have one pleasure in the world, and that's food. So, right, Steve? Yep. And drones. Look at them.
There you go. TV thieves are taking notes. Bring chips for Steve.
Yes, bring chips, steal TV. Guys, I bought the cheapest one from Walmart there was. So if you have to.
But it has to be, what was it? The sweet potato, salt and vinegar. Is that what he likes?
No, just sweet potato. Just plain old. They're called sweet potato chips. He's still sitting on me, Steve. He's trying to lay down. He wants to lay down. Nope. Look at that. He's such a good boy.
Yeah, he's just giving you the look right now.
Yeah.
Can you all believe it? That guy hadn't fed me yet, and now he has got to lay here and wait for him to get off his fat butt and go get my food?
Yeah. Should we eat, Steve? He's not begging. He really likes to chill outside. This place out here is just as relaxing for him. I have to keep all the couches covered because he would sit out here on the couch. He's pushing me off right now. He would actually sit out here because he loves it. He's a winter dog. So when it gets cool, they love to be outside. They sleep out when it snows. They'll literally curl up and go find a cold place to sit because it feels good. It's the hot temperatures that sucks. They just so.
I'm sure he's enjoying the no-fly zone now too.
Oh yeah, he loves this.
You place for him to lay out when it gets too hot in the summer.
We gotta go. All right. Okay.
Any
mini talk that we gotta deal with? It's actually pretty quiet. There's not a lot to say about it.
Only talk that was about the mini is for one, keep your fingers out of them. Henrik learned a hard lesson today about props in his hand.
Oh my gosh. Guys, I keep showing people how to basically hand launch. It is so easy. I just don't know how you freaking can smack your fingers with that. I mean, it's kind of like a blender, Just keep your freaking fingers out of there. Oh boy.
Well, then we learned that the latest update on the app is apparently no good.
Yeah, that's what they keep saying. But once again, here I got to go inside here and feed Steve. But I don't know. I don't. I don't believe the hype right away. I think people do that when I was, But obviously, if I start having those problems, I have yet to have a problem when I was flying so far. I've taken it out some pretty good in some pretty challenging places. I haven't had one glitch. I haven't had a crash. Does Henrik use an iPhone or does he use an Android phone? That could be an issue.
Pretty sure he's an iPhone guy.
Well, if he's an iPhone guy, then let me just get this up here. Then I don't know. That's what I'm using. I don't have any issues at all. So that's pretty interesting. I'm very surprised with that. And he might have I don't know. You get into was it a bad unit kind of thing? And I don't. Maybe I'm still. I did try to check my app, but I did update it recently. So whenever I don't look when apps update on my phone, I just update them. I don't look to see what version it is. So my guess is I'm using the latest, Fly app. But the only problem I'm having is just the gimbal. Anytime you go out of cine mode and you go into normal or you go into sport mode, right when you basically kick it in, the gimbal will pop up, and even if it's slightly down, it centers itself, and that's annoying as crap. I really don't like that, and instead of just popping up, I wish it would just slowly move up. Just kind of once we get
adjust the travel speed of the gimbal.
Well, I'm going to, but I don't know if that's. We'll check that out. That'll be definitely a test I want to do to see if that.
I recall there were 3 different settings for the 3 different flight modes that you could adjust the speed of the gimbal tilt, and what have you. Yeah,
I usually set up the gimbal to be really really mushy, and so anytime I move, it's just it's mushy anyway. So I'll have to check that. That's definitely something that I haven't done. I've only had it for 2 weeks. So, hi Steve. Oh, Steve's still, he's like, quit talking. I need to eat.
So. There's people out there that manage to put 14 videos out on the Mini 2x.
I know. This is the beginner's guide to the Mavic Mini, right, Steve?
This is how you unpack your Mini out of the bag. This is how you pack your Mini back into the bag.
Yeah, just this is how you put the. I'm gonna make a video on how to put the rubber thing. Oh, Steve, how to put the rubber strap on the props. I mean, but hey, obviously there's a need for that. So we're just gonna let it go at that. What? Look at this, an espresso cup. I'm going to use this to basically get into Steve's food. Now, this is what Steve eats right here. This is like a chicken salad. I hand make this for Steve. So, yes, he's spoiled. Let me show you here really quick. This is what it is right there. So, isn't that pretty? It's chicken, carrots and peas, and potatoes. Now it has hemp seeds in it, and it has, what else do we have in there? Something else. It has oatmeal. So that's so he gets all his nutrition and he doesn't have to take a bunch of vitamins. It has flaxseed. I think it has flaxseed too with protein. So, Steve, is that too much? That's not enough. That's enough. There we go. All right. Okay. Watch this. Steve, always watch this. This is the greatest trick ever. Check this out. Watch this. Here, I'm going to put Steve. Here, let's go. We got to turn it around. Steve's freaking out right now because I'm not doing what I normally do. Let's put this down there so you can see him. Watch how disciplined Steve is. Steve, Place. Place. All right. Place. He's focused. That's a freaking focused dog right there. He is freaking focused.
He's hungry.
Break.
Quit messing with me.
All right. So Steve is a very disciplined dog. Is because I love him so much. He's disciplined, so he'll protect me. And all right, so that's enough of the Steve show. But yeah, I have yet to find anything other than the gimbal issue. Silly things. Other than that, I thought the 4K that now I'm going to see 4K up close today, because this is actually decent 4K I put up today. But I'm thinking that 4K is looking pretty dang good. So, and you got to understand, when I showed that little drone to the people that were on the trail there, they were like, "That is doing all of you went up there with that little thing?" I'm like, "Yeah." I can go, I can probably, the controller can go almost 8 miles, or 8 kilometers, not 8 miles, but 8 kilometers. And, it can fly 1,500 feet.
It's 6 miles, 10 kilometers, I think.
Yeah, it's freaking amazing. And that was only 3,000 feet. So meaning it's 3,000 feet out, as I'm standing basically on the mountain. But it's an incline that slowly works its way up.
Well, you need to get a good battery for your Mr. Croc and get Mr. Croc up there and do some mountain.
Oh, Mr. Croc's going up there for sure. Mr. Croc needs the right battery though. I don't have the correct battery for Mr. Croc to make that journey. So
I'm going to get one of those lithium-ion batteries and stick it on that Titan and see what kind of flight time I get out of it.
This is the behind-the-scenes picture right here of Dad Random's behind the scenes. This is in the no-fly zone bar. So of course, this is, you can see the pole right there. We're going to replace those with metal slippery poles. So there's going to be one on each side.
Pole. Yeah.
There'll be one on each side for guests. We're just going to say guests.
Well, for your wife's next birthday party.
Yeah, that was such a fun party. Those ladies were such a good time. I got to bring Minnie over to the golf course where that one girl's place is. That place is unbelievable. And I got average, 180, So, all right. Let's see. Anything else going on here on the stream? I'm looking through my chat stream here. Not a lot of questions today. I guess we're kind of slow at our question and answer session. We've been kind of testing things out today. You got to know that this is a Thursday. Most of us are not. I guess for some of you guys it's Friday. If there's anybody from the UK, but yeah, we're just trying something out new, and I think it's working out pretty nice. Oh, Steve's starting to spin. That's my neighbors are coming home from work and stuff right now. I of course, one thing I want to talk about before we go. Okay, this is my kit now. This is it. This is my entire kit. I bring nothing else on the hike. Nothing else right here. That's my entire kit right there. So if I go anywhere and travel, this is all I need. Isn't that amazing how much I downsized? This is what I used to carry. This entire backpack full of crap. Okay. Now the only thing I'm going to add to my kit is this little battery right here. This is actually a one with a induction charger on the top. This thing will power up my phone for 4 or 5 hours. With its regular battery here. I gotta plug back in. There we go. But this is the entire kit. I mean, it's just amazing. And if you travel if you travel anywhere, this thing weighs nothing. And I mean, there's nothing in it. Watch this. I'm going to show you the inside of the bag. I'll be one of those guys. Now, here's my unboxing here. Look at that. Nothing's squeezed in there. I got room for more crap in there. Like if I want to put this extension battery in there, I can throw it right there with the mini. Just stick it. I'm holding it funny right now. Just shove that down. It just slipped right in there. So right there. See, all that crap's in there. Okay, here's my production studio. Check this out. Let's see. Let's get this thing out.
Production studio.
There it is. There's my whole production studio right there. It's everything. That guys, you can't tell me that the video quality I've been putting up of my vlogs hasn't become like first class, and like this is a no-brainer. Literally, it takes no brains to basically set this thing up. You just freaking go to wherever your site is, and I can control it with my phone. I can do it remote. Put this down, set this up, take the mic off, pin the mic to my lapel, bam, I'm going. Turn the camera on, and I can pretty much work. It's so simple, and people just there's not enough hype on the Pocket 2. There's not enough. People just do not understand. Before I would carry a freaking giant DSLR with a Gorilla Pod, I mean, talk about crazy. Every day is Saturday for me, Dan.
We should
be anyway. But I'm just saying, this just changed my vlogging life. I mean, I'm gonna run up north this weekend. I'm ready to go. It's obviously I don't have my FPV quad, but that's a different story. That's a big backpack. That's a lot of stuff. I got 25 batteries. Right now I only have 2 quads. But that's a whole nother story. Next week, Eat More Possum, Pocket 2 audio. Yeah, I thought it sounded good. I agree with you. It's a no-brainer, and I need it, guys. I'm not that smart. I need a no-brainer. I used to carry my audio system with me all the time, and I which is really good, by the way. That little Sony audio player that I have, that thing is killer. I think it's a teeny bit better than this, but it's not that much better. So, but there it is. There's my kit, man. I got freaking man bag. I can go to Europe now. Look like I'm here. Let's go. I'm heading to Amsterdam.
Ray says he likes GoPros.
I'm headed to. Well, yeah. It's a different curve. Okay?
Yeah, man, person.
Do I look like I'm ready for? Do I look like like I'm ready for Amsterdam? Here, this will make it even worse. Okay, people in Europe, they hate this.
The only thing you miss now is some mirrored sunglasses.
Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, this is so much fun though. I'm really excited. It's going to be a fun year. I really do. And there's stuff that hasn't even come out yet, and I can't afford any more stuff. So I hope they don't bring out too much more stuff.
Just wait till the new DJI FPV quad hits.
Oh my gosh, they better not make me buy something. Oh man.
Since they practically twisted your arm off for your last 2 purchases.
Oh my God, guys! When both these came out, I literally purchased them the same minute. To me, it wasn't a question. I was a buyer already, so they didn't have to work on me. It wasn't like I was a sailor on leave and I needed some encouragement. So, oh man, yeah, there was no question. But yeah, I don't know. To me, I look at value, and I look at what I'm going to get from that and how long I can use it. With a mini, say you got a mini 1, what's the lowest you saw on eBay or on online for
$325?
So $325 you can buy. Is that a Flymore combo?
That was a Flymore combo.
Yeah. So, yeah, they're going cheap right now, and they're really good little birds. You're not going to get much more flight time than what those things basically are going to offer you. And if you fly them, it's like right now, if I was flying in this environment right now with the air as still as it is, and a lot of places are like that. You get up early in the morning, or you go late in the evening when the air calms down, and that's the best time to film anyway. And you're good. Mornings, it's just the afternoon. Oh man!
Ready-Made RC just rolled out the ZOHD or Zod Drift is on sale for some Black Friday thing.
Oh, cool.
$50.
Let's see. So it's like if folks you have a cameraman. Yes, I do. We all have a camera. $50. Or 100. What did you say was? What was the cost?
It's $50.
$50.
That little booger.
Oh wow, yeah, that'd be fun. That's a little glider, a little foam glider with a small motor on it. You could probably fly that with a 2S battery or something, huh?
2S or 3S.
Yeah, a 2S, probably a 450 maybe.
2S 900 to 1300. 4S 850.
So it's got a big wingspan then. Okay, I can't tell the scale. Oh, look at he's got a little camera in there. He's got a little.
The camera that come was the $50 kit. Hey, so it's got a wingspan of 877 millimeters, so 34 and a half inches.
You can buy that camera with the antenna for probably $15-20.
Zont makes a kit where you can buy. They have
goggles.
It's their version of a flight controller and a camera, and it's about $80 or so.
That's about right. That's right. And then if you have your own goggles, then you're good. Yeah, I've got 2 sets of analog goggles that'll easily fly that thing. I could use those little Emax goggles, or I could use the head play goggles. I'm keeping both of those because you just never know. If you just want some really easy, sleazy FPVZ, you can just put those head plays on. I get a big, huge picture about that big.
I think I can squeeze a Vista in that thing.
Probably put a little. See, Kai likes to put more and more weight in there, and then of course it becomes so nose heavy that when you try to take off, it basically drills a hole. It's like the tail keeps wanting to come up, but the wings won't come off the ground. What's wrong with this thing? I paid $50 for it. Hey, it's time to. Hey, we get the lights on. All right, time to light up the no-fly zone. That's what happens when we go to daylight savings time. We have to light it up. Here we go, baby. She's got the lights on. So, and then we got the cityscape back here. That's cool as crap. Oh man, then you wonder why I want Kai to freaking host my live stream. Otherwise, I can do it. I'd have to bring another computer home or bring one of those ones downstairs and hope that it works. I don't trust them.
Okay, Sunrise has a question.
What's the question?
Question about goggles. How can I tell I'm choosing the best frequency for my goggles?
It looks better. They actually
It depends on who you're flying with, really. I mean, there's
right.
Like 8 channels.
Right. That'd be a question that Kai, you could answer better. That's how I do it. I just go through the channels and I just click through it until usually it'll find it. Usually most goggles have an auto setting. You just click, find it, and it finds the clearest channel. But that's not always the best one.
Not on the FPV.
So
on the GPS drones, yeah, it'll choose the best channel, but not on FPV. FPV, you're on your own.
Well, but my guy,
they're on the 5.8 gigahertz, and
right.
There's only like 8 channels that they're using. So the only thing that you have to coordinate is, I don't think there's one of the 8 that's particularly the best or the worst. It's just a matter of you coordinating with whoever you're flying with, so you don't have 2 people on the same channel.
Correct.
It gets a bit more challenging when you're on the DJI goggles with the 50 megabit upgrade, because they use 2 channels to get the extra bandwidth to make the 50 megabit work. So channel 1 is actually hogging channels 1 and 2. And then channel 2 is like 4 and 5 or something like that.
It's time to binge watch my channel.
you can binge watch your own channel.
Oh man, self-promoting piece of. That's me talking to Craig at the top of the first level. He basically, it takes about 25 minutes to hike up the first level of it. Basically, there's an outcropping. You can see it's right here, right there. So you sit up in here. Now there were some kids actually when I was here before I started flying. There were kids running along this area here. You could see them. I was hoping they'd stay over there and I could film them, but a lot of the kids will hang up here. And then there's a trail that goes up this steep incline. So all the way up to 1,500 feet. So it's way up there.
Eat more possum. Why would you be on a public channel when you're on a 50 megabit? That don't make.
See, I figured that while I was only getting 25 megabytes for Discover, 50 megabyte per second doesn't work in public channel.
Oh, I know what he means. Yeah, no, the
channel 8
DJI goggles is not a 50 megabit channel. That you can't do in a 50 megabit.
It's just one for people to view. It's a channel where people can just come and if you want people to watch, you can go public and it stays off the.
Yeah, it's channel 8. Channel 8 is the audience channel where you can kick an audience mode, but the reception is not really that well because it's a one-way thing.
Thank you.
It's like the shark bite system. It's a one-way situation.
Right. So it's just like just for viewing.
Interference. No, on the other 7 channels, the goggles and the transmitter talk back and forth, and if there's bad bits coming through, it gets resent. Just not on channel 8. That two-way communication doesn't happen. It's receive only. So it shows whatever it can get.
Let's see.
Yeah, the audience either has to have their own DJI goggles or you got to have a smart controller that's hooked up to your goggles. Then they can watch it on the smart controller.
Right. It says, I think 8. Yeah, that's an Enorpia 8.
Awesome. That's next purchase is a smart controller.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people doing that.
The Air 2 or the Mavic 2 Zoom or something.
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
That comes out.
There are a lot of people throwing down some cash for the $700 smart controller. God, that's so much money, guys. Holy crap, that's a whole drone.
Actually, you can go into on DJI and buy a refurb from them for like $600.
Yeah, it's still $600, man. It's still I could go buy a Mavic Air 2. But
you can fly every quad or every drone you have in your fleet,
right? With the same controller.
You have multiple Mavics. You have to have the Mini 2, the Air 2, the Mavic 2. Control all those on the same controller. Then it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's cool. The controller view, but I'll just tell you right now, to get your bang for your buck, if you want to, I would just get another pair of goggles. if you want somebody to really watch what you're doing and get immersed in it, you don't get it from a flat screen. And I've seen people like when the girls were over and I was for my wife's birthday and they had all her friends over there. I put goggles on each of those girls, and they were like, while I was flying, they were like, they were freaking like their bodies were moving all over the place, and that's kind of cool actually. But yeah, it's a different feeling. I don't know. We just got to get other digital equipment out there that can, I guess, pick up the signal so you can watch. But I guess you could use a box, I don't know, a phone box. I don't know. That doesn't work either. I guess an app where you could use a box goggle with the phone. That would be interesting if you could somehow wire into that. But to have the FPV experience, you got to have goggles. Otherwise, it's just another flat screen with stuff. Unless it's a big flat screen, So,
well, the new SharkBite system is going to lend itself better to audience.
Right. Yeah. There's people picking on SharkBite right now, but they're going to hopefully find their place.
Fat Shark released SharkBite as a beta system, so you're actually testing the system for them.
Well,
that's what some people are not too happy about. But then again, some people are not too happy with FrSky or FrSky right now for them changing the protocols, going from the ACST to the Access and now to Archer. Get people that bought and have all these old receivers laying around. They can't transfer over to the new system.
So Eat More Possum saying he uses a smart controller. You put that up on there. Put that up on the screen. He uses a smart controller to allow a friend to view his flight while using his original white goggles. Now, the original white goggles are not cheap either. I mean, you're still.
They've actually come down on price pretty good. They sell them as refurb on the DJI store now for $260, I believe.
Okay, that's not bad. That's it's still if we're looking at value and cost, that's still a drone. A lot of people will go buy it for $260. They'll go buy a
Titan.
Well, yeah, you could buy a Titan if you're gonna. But if you're looking at a hobbyist that's learning to fly, they could go buy a Chinese, like a SGO something with a 4K camera on it, and the ones that are now getting some optical stabilization. Yeah, those are actually not too bad. Yeah, I don't know the numbers yet, but they're getting better. I mean, I was actually looking for a toy like that just for fun to do a little review on, just to show how the toy market is kind of starting to meet the demands of flyers that want better quality. So it's starting to happen. I mean, I think Captain Drone shows that a lot with his work. That they're getting that quality now, and then actually decent flight performance. Many of them are still not using optical flow, which would help. I mean, that's what the Mini uses, and that thing sits like a stone in the air with optical flow. Not like the Air. I mean, the Air literally flies like a Mavic. I mean, it has Mavic smoothness, meaning that it's not moving at all. The Mini has a teeny bit of flutter to it, but the Mavic Air Mavic Air 2 is it's solid as a rock. Its GPS lock is absolutely phenomenal. So
now you get onto this thing here.
What you got on the radar?
I've got this thing on the radar.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking about right there. That's right. Let me see if I can blow that up a little bit on my screen. That's $200.
What's the 3 batteries?
3 yeah. So see, that's another thing is they're coming with more flight batteries, which really helps.
So here we are, 3-axis mechanical gimbal and self-stabilized electronic anti-shake lens.
Right. 7.6 volt.
20
about 20. Yeah, that's not a single battery flight time. No way. That's all three.
No, that's I think that's each.
All right, I'd like to test that out. I'm sure somebody's already made that distinction.
This is 3,400 milliamp battery. I mean,
let's see here. Oh my, I hate it when my browser does this. Oh, that's interesting. Here,
I only have 4K in photo mode. Video is still 1080p.
There we go. There we go. Yeah, so that's $200. That's where that's where they make the crossover right there. When you get to that $200. When I was first starting to fly, I couldn't do 200, and I was doing these, and this is just under that. This is the 150 market. I ordered this, and it came in in a box, and my wife freaked out. She's like, "What? $150 on a toy? You're freaking an old man," that kind of stuff. Now she puts up with me, but it's it's still you're getting that Anyway,
now there are some budget drones out there now that are pretty decent.
Yeah, you take this thing and you put a decent camera on it. This thing doesn't have any stabilization whatsoever. It's got a rubber gimbal and it's sitting on a 2.8 gigahertz signal that but it does have a card in it. It does have its own. It's using drone power. It's not a real GoPro, but it does come out of there, by the way. I think that snaps out of there. I'm not gonna mess around with that thing. It's fun though. I keep it around. I'm not gonna kick it out the door. It's a good little flyer. Like I said, I tore it all apart, put it back together.
Here's another one.
Yep.
That's the Holystone 720E. That actually is a EIS system on it. And that actually has pretty good picture quality on it.
Yeah, the pictures always look great. Holystone is definitely bringing up their game. Everybody uses the same crappy controller though. They all share the same thing, and one of these companies has to distinguish themselves, even if it's a toy company, and change that controller out. Make it. I mean, I know they're trying to make it phone friendly, but do something interesting, It doesn't take much to take that electronics and shove it into a different shape. And I know that's popular, but I think what would create more interest is to change that. How about a nicer display with a little bit better information? What would that cost them? Any display. Some of them have no display, so it always is nice to get some kind of a display. Because I thought this was the cutting edge for a while. With this little cheap LCD display and
well, show me the display on your DJI controller. Oops.
yeah, I guess that is but it flies, but it's OcuSync 2. It's not even the same game. It's not even the same game on the battlefield. And
how about on your FPV controller? Oops.
Well, why do I want to display on my FPV controller? That's what my goggles are for. I know it would be nice for setting up, where if you could see your information on your controller, so you could set it up. Making sure that your OSD stuff that would be nice. And I'm sure that's coming. DJI is going to do one of two things. They're either going to make the controller smaller, which they probably will.
Almost this little bugger right here.
Yeah, that's probably what DJI is going to copy. They're going to take that FlySky controller and they're going to make it into a gamer, and they're going to put something cool in it and probably make a touchscreen on it. And DJI can do that. So, all right, man.
I actually got rid of the Tango 2 controller because the screen on it is just so tiny. I can't see anything on it.
Yeah, and that's
you literally have to get magnifying glass to actually see what you're doing.
Well, think about the same thing with the Pocket 2, but the Pocket 2, but I manage with it. I never use my phone but it is small. It's tiny. It's only, that big. But the touchscreen on it's kick butt. It's perfect. Um, I still get people that send me messages for the Fimi Palm, and they ask me questions about it. And what I want to tell them right now is go find an Osmo Pocket because the Fimi Palm is just not. They never perfected it, and simple things like uploads. When you get your Palm 2, your DJI Palm 2, it does everything for you. You click something on it, it updates. You click something on it, it updates. And you don't have to like flash the memory. It just does everything. It's such a superior product. And when I did get the Fimi Palm, I know we're going from cameras, drones to cameras, but it's the same. It's the idea that there's a lot of comparisons, but there's not a lot of really good clones that are any good. They're worth a crap. Feiyun makes a really good gimbal, Feiyun Tech, but I really like the gimbal, but they have not been able to put a camera with it. You were saying Sony. Let's kind of finish on this one. You're saying Sony has got a drone coming out. Maybe we ought to talk about that next stream.
Sony is getting into the drone market.
We need to have a discussion about that. I think that's next Friday. I think that's coming, but I got to get going, man. It's the no-fly zone is getting cold because the sun just went down, and what I need to do is get
your old man jacket. Come on.
What I need to do is get a space heater, so I can put it on my cold legs. But all right, we're gonna have to close down the freaking no-fly zone. We're gonna close the bar down. So at least I gotta go. I'm thinking about traveling tomorrow, and all I can think about is all the crap I don't have done right now. So
yeah, we got a couple guys jumping off here. Dan, he's got dinner ready, so
dinner's ready, and then we've got
dinner.
We've got Ken Heron popping in here pretty soon. Yeah, so yeah, everybody wants to go see Ken. All right. I'll do the pigeon jerky commercial. So Ken will never have Ken will never have a no-fly zone. He will never be a no-fly zone. Never, ever. So I'm proud of this.
Jerk the pigeon. I mean, pigeon the jerky the pigeon. No, whatever.
Yeah, we're not doing. We might have a silly quadcopter or something, but we'll never do a pigeon flapping around. So, look at that! Look behind me. That's cool as crap. That's the croc. That's the croc.
That's an alligator.
It's a croc.
Apparently, you flunked biology.
Oh, that's awesome. Mr. Croc, 6-inch. That is so good.
Don't you have a biology teacher at your school?
I'm not friends with them.
To explain the difference between an alligator and a croc to you?
They're not fun. Now the physics teachers are fun.
No, the chemistry teachers are the ones that fun. They blow shit up.
They're too busy. They're all afraid to blow crap up right now.
I don't think we had a single chemistry class where the teacher wasn't blowing up one thing or another.
A little bit of sodium. Yeah.
A little bit of magnesium.
We're gonna put this. Yeah, we're gonna burn stuff, and we're gonna melt. My favorite. I still remember third grade when we were putting stuff in copper chloride. We're melting freaking pennies. We're dissolving pennies and stuff. That was cool. I remember that. I still remember that third grade. So
the teacher was telling us about this. The cleaning lady would come through, and there'd be a mop sink, and she would just sling the water into the mop sink and leave. So he got a bunch of that magnesium and stuck it on the wall all around that mop sink. And you pour water on that magnesium, it don't go boom, but there's a pretty heavy reaction to that. And she comes in and flings that mop bucket into the mop sink. Yeah, you should have seen her run. She was not happy.
You get sued today. You can't have fun anymore.
Yeah, well,
fun is not allowed in schools because kids are going to get their eyes or something. I mean, I can't even remember wearing like safety glasses. I think we did, but
well, here's you a good one. So where I went to school was an older building, and the walls were literally like 2 foot deep, right? And the classroom doors actually open up to the outside. And so we took newspaper and covered the inside of the doorway in newspaper. And you could hear teacher would come, open up the door, and just see the newspaper, and then he would take a finger and poke through the newspaper real careful and start tearing it down, and eventually he come through. So that went on for about 3 or 4 days. Okay, he starts getting to the point where he just start walking straight to the newspaper. We also had a wall locker in the classroom. So on the last day, we pushed the wall locker behind the newspaper. So you hear the door open, and he was just going to confidently run through the newspaper, and well, there was a wall locker now. The noise was quite telling you. Door open, boom! He's back in that wall locker.
All right, now don't be making any YouTube videos on that because that'd be really funny. I haven't seen that. I see a lot of fake ones where people are making their wives do stuff and they're totally fake. That's oh, I'm gonna surprise you here, and she's never gonna see this. Yeah, whatever, dude. I got a wife, and there's no way. She knows everything. There's no way I could fake anything. All right.
Well,
all right, Kai. You gotta learn when to. You gotta learn to say when. So I'm saying when. I'm saying uncle.
Yeah.
So
it's time. Thank you all for showing up, coming, supporting us.
Yeah, it's a good stream. We just tried something different today, and I thought it worked out good. I thought it was pretty good change, and change is good when it comes to streaming and doing things. Well, we'll eventually get out here. Maybe, who knows? Maybe we change the day, but Friday's been a good day, and it's been fun, and it's a kind of a relaxing day, and Thursday's just not the same. It's just not the same in the no-fly zone on Thursday.
Yeah, no pickles.
No fun.
All right, yeah.
Steve, potatoes. Thanks, Kai. I appreciate you pulling the stream off for Thursday. I'm gonna be. Oops, Steve heard my chips. We're on the way. We're gonna be on, like I said, on the way up north. We're gonna spend at least one day. We've got to pay homage to a person that was with us for 94 years, and then of course one of the greatest generations from way back in the day. So we're going to basically pay homage to her at the cemetery. Of course, we can't. We have to social distance there. Oh man! And then we're going to look for apartments. So my daughter is moving, so we're going to try to find. We're going to check out some apartments. She's found a roommate, so we got to go look at that. That's kind of fun.
Good luck with all that. Safe travels.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be good. So it'll be a nice road trip. It'll be nice to get out of here. I'm just kind of weirded out by the, everywhere you got to go. And then you have to go wherever you eat. You got to totally mask up, especially up there, because I know they're having troubles up there. I've stayed out of trouble down here. I just got over my cold. I got a flu shot, guys, the other day. So, yes, flu shot. So, all right. See you later, Kai. Have a great weekend.
All right. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for coming.
It was fun chilling.
Be next
later.
Friday next week.
Later.
No, later. Bye.
And bye.